Hello everyone, James Charles here, and today I'm going to be making a very important video about a very important topic.
Hey folks, this is Augustus Charles of This Phenomenon Called Life. No relationship to this James Charles who happens to be trending right now in the news, more so because of a more infamous type of behavior that he keeps involving himself with. And the latest happens to be an apology video by which he is trying to address his audience, his fan base, about several communications that he has had with minors. And apparently this is not the first time, it's not the second time, it's been repeated over and over again. He's been called out about it. Apparently, it's something that he's not fully aware of that he's doing, or if he is, then it is definitely disturbing. Anyway, a lot of people have chimed in, and I'm going to do the same thing here, as I do have a channel, that I like people to subscribe to. But getting to this point, I look at this character, James Charles, and I've looked at some of his videos, and I've assessed that, he has amassed quite a bit of a following. He's got 25 million followers. And he's quite influential in the beauty world with cosmetics and things of that nature. But the disturbing allegations that are coming out more so, and everybody's chiming in, is that he's texting minors through his fan base. He's doing that, and he's been caught several times. What I want to do is, I don't want to rehash a lot of what he has said in the apology videos. A lot of people have done that, to include someone who is actually a body language specialist, an expert that can read some of his body language when it comes to his deliverance and what have you. This is what my thought is on this. Again, I'm saying nothing new. I just want to add my 2 cents as someone who's observing this thing played out. Let's go right to the end of it. The problem at this point is he's committed a career suicide. He's been at it for a while, and his empire is falling. It's going to fall along with all the other YouTubers that's been caught in this kind of these kind of positions where they're dealing with minors. It's a problem in a lot of these areas. So here's what I think about it. This is a predator in the making. He starts out early in his life, and apparently he has had some exposure to seedy topics or seedy apps and things of that nature, to where he began as a curiosity. Then it turned into something that's pleasurable, and then it ended up being an obsession. Now, he calls it a desperation for boyfriends. That's not what it really is. It's an obsession that he has yet to rein in. And the video is offering all kinds of rationalizations, and he does do some admissions and some confessions, where he is breaking the law. Now, the thing about Mr. Charles here, he wants everybody to agree, that the fact that he's young and he's, naive about some things, and the fact that he is intelligent, and just got caught up in a pretty reckless pattern of simply just, trying to find a mate. However, when you look at this, and the pattern is to speak to itself. One time it's an accident, twice is coincidental, third time you've definitely established a pattern of aberrant behavior. You've definitely established a pattern, and in this case, of grooming minors for sexual gratification. And so while you're listening to him explain going through rationales and things of that nature, you can find that he's very clever about what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He has the persona that gives away that, you know, he is authentic, being very sincere, genuine. But he's practiced this. He's taught how to make apology videos. He's taught how to be a public influencer. He's taught how to convince people of what they want to hear, to convince people of signing on or embracing what he's trying to promote or sell or get across. You know, I want to consider his innocence in a way, but the problem is the fact that his position has allowed him to totally exploit the fan base that he has, the platform that he has. And he's, for someone, I've read his story, I've heard a lot of opinions about him. Here's someone who has let it go to his head to where he just feels as though he's untouchable. And being in that position, being untouchable, is someone who's arrogant and narcissistic and self-serving, is someone who can do what he does. And so when you look at this, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the problem is he is not credible in this sense to where he deserves the benefit of the doubt. There was someone who came on about the whole redemption arc. I think that was a very insightful concept that was put forward in the fact that right now what he needs to do, I mean, he's trying to convince you of his innocence, of his naiveness, of his irresponsibility, but then he does the victim blame, he does the victim shifting. You know, he's scared. He's literally scared of what's about to happen to him, and he knows that he has broken the law. He knows that he has violated morality and ethics. He knows that he has crossed boundaries. He knows this, but he wants to convince everyone else that he is young, dumb, ignorant, naive. But he tells you he fully understands. No, he doesn't understand. If he did understood what he's doing, first of all, I think he thinks he owes it to his fans to give an apology video. But the problem is, it's wreathed with superficial approaches to remorse, and unfortunately, that doesn't sell well. He wants it to sell well. He wants you to be convinced of, you know, the things that he has done, you know, and the proof that he can present. The problem is with that is you've been caught before. You've been caught numerous times. It's been laid out in other videos. I'm not going to lay it out. And now you got caught again, and now you're offering an apology video which actually has no value at all. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the problem is I can't in this position. I cannot do that. What he should do at this point is to shut it all down. I think the fact that if he wants to hold himself accountable is to find out exactly what laws may have been broken, and for him to figure out how to redeem himself through some type of reconciliation with the law. Then I think the other thing he needs to be doing, if he's going to hold himself accountable, is to get counseling and to get away from high-risk situations and high-risk people, because the predators in the making start out young, start out naive, or they think they're naive, but they start out this way, and the more they get away with it, the more they do this thing, you know. And so it's a pattern that's going to continue to build up. But if he doesn't stop it now, I mean, brutally stop it now, he's just going to repeat it at some point down the line, and it will definitely be something that's detrimental and destruction to other people. Yes, future victims. And so, you know, once he shut it down, then I think that he is not to be on these platforms, because you talk about the power dynamics. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the power dynamics. And if he did, he would not be doing what he's doing, and he would know that that's a high risk in the future. So my advice to Mr. Charles is shut it all down, you know, reconcile with the law somehow, get some counseling, and then find another career that has nothing to do with high-risk people and high-risk situations. That's one to grow on. That's one for me. This is Augustus Charles for this phenomenon called life.